Hello everyone, welcome to the SRPPS online classes. Today we will start a new chapter, that is chapter number 12. Name of the chapter is Data Handling. Yes class, before moving to the questions, let's discuss few important points related to the chapter. As the name of the chapter is Data Handling. So the word data or the term data should be clear to us, right? Information in the form of numerical figures is called data. Numerical figures means class in the form of numbers. When we are collecting any information which is in the form of the numbers, it means that is our data. Clear everyone? There is one more term, that is raw data, which is also very important to understand. The original form of data is called the raw data. When first time we are collecting our data personally, that is called the original form of the data. Or we can say that raw data is the data from which we cannot draw any conclusion. Let us take an example. Marks obtained by 5 students are 45, 37, 63, 29 and 93. Yes class, after looking this example or the data, can you draw any conclusion? No. So, we can say that raw data refers to that data from which no conclusion can be drawn. It is just like as a raw material word which we are using in our social science, as raw material is used by the industries to make the final product. We are not using the raw material. In the same way, raw data is arranged in a proper manner to understand, then only the data is used. Clear everyone? Now, as the chapter name is data handling, so understand this full term here. The process of arranging this raw data in the systematic way so that it can be easily understood is called the data handling. Yes class, as I told you, raw data we cannot use directly because from this data we cannot derive any conclusion. So we have to convert or we have to arrange this data in that much systematic way so that we can understood and we can draw any conclusion from that. That process is called as a data handling. Data handling is done through the different kind of graphs which helps us in comparing or contrasting the information presented. There are many ways to represent our data. First one is pictograph, in which we represent our data in the form of the pictures. Second is telechart, in which represent the number of the things in each category by the help of telecharts. Third is bar graph. In this, we represent our data in the form of the rectangular bars. And at last, the circle graph. In this, we divide the whole circle into the different sections. They are called as fractions. Clear everyone? Yes, our next point is organization of data. Marks obtained by students of class 6th are 40, 90, 56, 78 and 85. Does it make any sense to you? No. Why class? Why does not it make any sense? The reason is, after looking this data, can you form any conclusion? Can you derive any conclusion class? No. So, I told you in the last point as well, when the data which we have collected directly or the original data which we have collected, that is called the raw data from which we cannot collect or from which we cannot draw any conclusion. Right? So, to make our data more meaningful or to draw any conclusion from the data, what we have to do? We have to arrange the data. We have to arrange the data. This arrange word is very important. When we are arranging our data or when we are managing or when we are converting our data into a meaningful information, that is known as organization of the data. See here, organization of the data helps in bringing out the meaningful conclusion from the data. It means from the raw data, if we are converting into the meaningful data, so that is known as organization of data, right? So let us discuss how to arrange data in the tabular form. It is also known as the convert the data or the show the data in the form of tally chart. When we are converting our data in the form of tabular form, that is also known as the tally chart. Yes, now the question arises that how to arrange the data in the tabular form. So let us consider an example here. Suppose a few things are kept on the table. Things are ball, balloon, teddy, cans and triangles. Now let us discuss how to represent all these items or the things in the form of table. See here. Things I have written in the column ball, balloon, teddy, cans, triangles. Here we are having two new things, telemarks and frequency. Let us discuss what is frequency first. The number of times an item occurs in the data is called frequency. It means this frequency says that, or it tells us the number of times or the number of the balloon. How many total number of ball, balloon, teddy are kept on the table. It means, see here, ball, it is representing 8. It means that total 8 balls are kept on the table. It shows the number of the things which are there. The number of the balls total are on the table. So we can say that the number of times an item occurs in the data is called a frequency. Now let's move to the tally marks. Each item is represented by a vertical line. Yes class, suppose here one ball is there. So I will represent one ball by one vertical line. Suppose there are two lines. So I'll draw the two vertical lines. Suppose there are the three balls. So I'll represent three balls with the help of three verticals line. 1, 2 and 3. If there are the 4 teddy on the table, so I'll draw the 4 vertical lines. 1, 2, 3, 4. But if I want to show 5 things, suppose here are the balloon are 6. Suppose 5 balloon are there. So how to show the 5 here? Fifth line is represented by crossing out 4 lines diagonally. Yes class, by diagonally drawing one line on the 4 lines or by crossing these 4 lines, we can show that these are the 5. As we are writing 5 in the maths or in the Indian system as this 5. But if we want to show according to the tally mark, so we have to draw the 4 vertical lines and fifth line we have to show by crossing all 4 lines diagonally. So today we have studied about the important points of chapter 12. In my next video we will study the different ways of presenting the data. Till the time, take care and bye everyone.